So for tree pruning we need proper tools, and I'm just going to take you through the tools. Over here we have a balata, just a standard pruning saw. Okay. A good pair of loppers that's going to last. And some pruning hand shears. Okay. It's very important that all the blades are sharp and kept sharp so that the cuts are clean. And that includes all the tools. As soon as you cut with an unsharp blade, it actually causes damage to the plant. Okay, I'm just going to take you over to our trees over here. This is a bad example. Alright, so this is the way you don't want your tree to be growing in the nursery. Here it still has a leader, a main leader. Now that is what's going to bring the tree to grow upwards. Okay, and in a street tree, that's what we're looking for. A single stem growing straight upwards. However, in this case, we've got some lower branches and we want to remove those. Why? Because both of these stems will start growing, and that's what we don't want in a street tree. This is a good example of what we'd like in a nursery tree for a street tree, and that we've got a beautiful long stem going all the way up, and we don't have too much at the bottom over here. Okay, and this is our perfect example. Ideally, if you can get a tree to grow like this in a nursery, really tall, not much growth at the bottom, and it's just a tall upright tree, perfect. The reason for that is so that people can walk underneath the tree quite easily. So you want to be able to walk quite easily or park a car underneath the tree. There's no branches. So the standard is 1.8 meters high in a park. It's the average height of a person. I would say you'd want it to be about 2.2 meters. Okay, so you can easily park a car underneath, or a human being can walk underneath the tree. So I'll just prune this for you. If you do have trees like this in your nursery, you can improve them. It's quite simple. And you just take off the lower branches. And if it's something like that, I'll even try to pull it off sometimes. This one's not coming off quite easily. And prune it all the way up. You will probably have some more growth growing here at some stage, and you're just gonna have to do the same thing again. Take note, I'm not going right up against the stem. You're going and leaving a little bit off there. So I'd say that's about right. And here you can see the tree will give you a nice single stem and upright growth. This is a good example over here where you can see that this is the more straight or more vertical branch over here is what we're looking for, yet we've got a larger branch coming off here, and that has actually become the leader. That we don't want. So again, we'll just prune this over here, and I'd leave it as that. Okay, so now we've got good upright growth. Okay, here's an example of what a good nursery, a good small nursery tree should look like. And again, I'm just going to prune it all the way through down to the bottom. These I'm almost tempted just to pull off. Okay, when we're doing all of this, for any plant, don't take off more than 1/3 of the plant. Okay, so 1/3 of the plant, don't take anything more off than that. You can prune it again in say 6 months time. And the reason for this is that the plant needs to recover, it needs to get better. And if you take too much of the plant off, it's actually going to stunt its growth, and yeah, we don't want that. So here we've got a good strong leader. I've got a nice branch coming out here, good form. I'd also like to point out that this branch over here, it's almost like a 45-degree angle. So that's where you want your branch to be. You don't want it, if a branch ever grows down, it actually weakens the tree, and it's not a very strong, it won't grow to be a nice strong branch, and it might in winds break off in a few years time. Okay, so that's that done. And then here, here's our perfect tree, really excellent example. And this is an example of where I'm going to prune. I don't want to prune too far away, and I don't want to prune right up against it. You know, for instance, if you're just doing that, that's wrong. I don't want that, because this will die back and the decay might grow into the actual main stem over there. So I'll just give that a little prune. And again, over here, we just prune the tree up. You can see this is an example of somebody who's pruned this and just left it. So yeah, better to prune it all the way. And because this tree is so big and tall, there's another example of something that's pruned too far away, and that could cause problems in the future. Okay, so we've got nice clean cuts because my blade is nice and sharp. And those will heal very well. I might go a little bit further than this. Yeah, because it is a street tree, and we really want it to be quite tall. Yeah, and I'll leave that. It's quite a main branch over there. Good, strong looking branch, 45-degree angle. That's a classic example. That branch is going to grow very strong, so in years to come. And I've already got my height about 2.2 meters, 2.2 for one cars to park underneath it quite easily. And there you go.